So either you are working with Angular or React, almost 80% environment setup is same. So suppose over here, if I have to go and do the environment setup in React, so what are the steps I need to go and follow? So first of all, we have to go and you have to environment setup. So in environment setups, the first requirement is you install Node.js. So suppose you are initially you are learning, so you have to go and you have to perform this one. Or in your organization, suppose some project is assigned to you either on Angular or React. So as a developer, you have to go and you have to verify which version of Node is installed in my system. So I will show you from where you can go and you can install, or through the command also you can go and you can install. But to verify this Node.js, whether it is installed or it is not installed, so with the help of the command only you can go and you can verify. So we have node hyphen v and then node hyphen version. So with this, so the first one is the sorted. Okay. Both the command will going to give you the same output. But first one is the shorthand and the second one is the full hand. Now from where I can go and I can install this Node.js. So you have to go to the official website of Node.js, and where we have the official website. So nodejs.org. So this is the URL. From there you can go and you can take it. This is the URL to install. Now if you go and see this UI, so they have changed the UI. Before, if you see the older recording like 1 year or 2 year before, they have the different UI of this one. But now they have changed and the new UI look like this. Now you have to go and you have to click on this Node.js, get Node.js. So it will go and it will download the exe file, and that exe file you have to go and you have to open, and like you have installed the other software in the same way it will go and it will like node next you have to just click on the button and it will be get installed. Once it is get installed, now I have to verify whether it has been installed successfully or not. I have to go and execute this command. So let me open the command. And in this command we have node hyphen v. So you can see in my system 22.60.0. If I'll go and type like node hyphen version, so it will go and it will have the same output it will go and it will give. So one is the shorthand, one is the full hand. Now suppose if you have typed this command and instead of this versioning, you are getting like the text message like the internal or the external command is not recognized. That means Node.js is not installed in your system. You have to go and you have to install. And from where you have to install? So you have to go to this URL and from there you have to go and you have to install. Now, once this Node.js is installed, by default, npm will be get installed. And npm in the sense node package manage. And to verify this version as well, so you can go and you can write npm hyphen v or npm hyphen version. You can go and you can execute this command over here to know the npm version. Now, if I go over here and type like npm hyphen v, so I have the 9.4.1, and then npm hyphen version So you will get 9.4.11. So both are giving you the same command. So one is the shorthand and one is the full. Now what is the benefit of using this NPM? So NPM is a very large ecosystem, and just you have to write a single line of command, whichever the library or packages you want to go and you want to install with the version or without version. It will go and it will search in the ecosystem and it will go and it will install for you. So how I can go and I can do that? So for that, I have over here, suppose I have to install the Bootstrap. And as we know, Bootstrap are the predefined classes. And in this, we can go and you can make the user interface look and good. So suppose I have to install the Bootstrap. So how I can go and I can install this Bootstrap with the help of the command. So npm I is the shorthand, okay? And either you can go and write I, or you can go and you can write the install, and you have to go and you have to use the library name. So over here we have the Bootstrap, and if you go and type this way, so it will go and it will install the latest version of Bootstrap. And how we can go and we can search the latest version over here. So let's navigate to the npm library, npm website. So over here we have the npm js.com, and in this I will go and I will search for the Bootstrap. And over here we have the Bootstrap, and you can see the command which I have given you. So same npm I Bootstrap, and all the details related to Bootstrap you are going to get on this page, and the repository system homepage, the weekly download of this library, and the current version is 5.3.7. And there are all the other details, or if you want to have a quick understanding of Bootstrap, so we can go and you can refer this document. So this command will go and it will install the this Bootstrap for you. Now suppose if you are trying to install some particular version, so you can go and you can write over here at the rate, and currently suppose we have 5.3.7. So it will go and it will install this one, or suppose some older version like 5.3.3, all that. But you have to go and you have to give the correct version name. Then only it will go and it will search in the ecosystem, or it will go and it will install for you. Otherwise, it will go and it will give some error messages that it has not able to find the Bootstrap, this version. Okay. So this is the first step you have to go and you have to perform. But when you are going for running the means working in the real time organization, so you cannot go and install this Node.js over there, because in organization we have the restriction. We cannot go and either you have to raise the ticket, or there are the third parties library, from there you have to go and you have to authenticate yourself, and then you can go and you can do the versioning. But in some of the organization like 10 to 20%, you can go and you can install this, and or you can go and you can verify whether it has installed previously or not. So you have to go and you have to execute this command node hyphen v and node hyphen hyphen version. And for npm check like it is used to install the third parties library. So with the help of this npm, we can go and you can do, or to run the our React application like npm start. So it will go and it will do that. So npm help us to do or increase our productivity. So this is the step one. Now we have the step two. In step two, we'll go and we'll create React app. And how we can go and can create the React app? So we have the command, and to execute the command, either you can go and you can execute with npm, or npx. So what is the difference between this npm or npx? So npm is your node package module, where first it will go and it will install your packages, and then it will go and it will execute that package. But when you go and use the npx, it is just used for executing the command. It will not go and install whatever the packages we have, just it will go and it will execute. So now suppose if I have to go and create the React app. So what I need to do, npx create React app, and then we have the project name. So project name can be replaced with whatever the project name we have. You have to go and you have to replace this. So suppose over here I am typing like this, npx create React app and the name of the project. So suppose we have the name of the project, like suppose I am giving over here like the React, suppose 5 p.m. Based on our batch, I am giving this name. But while giving the React project name, you cannot go and write any of the letter in the capital. It is case sensitive. Always it will, we have to go and you have to give the name in small letter. If you are going to give in capital letter, so it will go and it will indicate that due to some NPM restriction, you cannot go and give in capital letter. Always the React project name should be in the small letter. So let me go and show you this with the example. So we have to go and have to create the React app. So I will move to some other drive. Suppose I am moving to the D drive, and over here I am writing npx create React app, and then I have to go and have to give the name of the project. So suppose I am giving in the capital letter. So create React 5 p.m. When you go and give the name of the project in the our Angular, so it will go and it will accept the name in the capital as well. But in the React, it is not possible. So let me go and press the enter. And you can see cannot create a project name React 5 because of the NPM naming restriction. Name can no longer contain capital letters. Okay. So always you have to go and have to give the small letter. So let me go and make it every letter which are in capital in the small letter. Okay. So now I have created. Now it will go and it will, once I will press the enter, it will go and it will create the default structure of React. So it will take some time to create the default structure, because in that we have the few files, then we have the src public, then we have the node underscore modules. Under that we have the lot of library we have. You can see added 1323 packages, and then we have related to that one is related to the funding of npm fund for details. That one is the different thing. And once it will go and it will create the default structure, it will go and it will ask you how we can go and you can navigate to the project. So now you can see, we suggest you to begin, we suggest that you begin by typing cd and the, so it is saying that you can go to the root of the project and then you can write the npm start command to run your command. So let me go and do this. So cd react 5 p.m. and then I will go and I will first let me go and open the project. And once you'll go and open the project in the Visual Studio Code, and from there you can go and you can do the running of our project. Because I don't want to go and navigate to the two different school, because in the Visual Studio we have the terminal. From there we can go and we can run our code. So how we can go and we can open this? So let me go and show the editor first, and then I will show you how we can go and we can do this. Go to the Visual Studio official website, and based on your operating system, like I'm using the Mac. If you're using some other like Mac, sorry, I'm using Windows operating system. If you're using Mac or the Linux, so you have to go. So let me go and show that. So over here, this is the editor which we are going to use to write our code and to execute on the browser. This is the Microsoft editor, Visual Studio Code. And you can see once you open this, you are going to get the user face, user interface like this. And in this, if you see download for Windows, and then we have the this screen here. You can see. So like I am using the Windows operating system. So for me, it is displaying like this. If you use the other operating system, so it will go and it will show the like download for the Mac. So download it and just install it, like clicking on next, 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 and it will go and it will install for you. And once you will install for you, now I am going to open this. So how I can go and I can open the all the by default code in the VS Code. So for that I need to go and I need to write over here code space dot. So code space dot and press enter. So whatever the default structure of React has been created, it will go and it will open in the VS Code editor. By default, it will go and it will open in the VS Code editor. So this is the editor we have. Now in this, let me close all this. Now in this, if you see, this is the default structure, and we have one folder which is node underscore module. So when you go and create any application local in your system, by default, this will be get created. But when you go and clone the any of the repo from the repository, so that will be not, you will not able to find this node underscore modules. Because if I go and expand this, so you can see lot of libraries are inside this one, which helps us to run our project. So this is the largest file folder in the Angular or the React application. So we don't commit this one. And if you see in the git ignore, it is clearly mentioned that over here / node underscore modules, we ignore this one. But without this, we cannot go and run our application as well because all the dependencies will be inside this. So how we can go and we can add this? So once you clone the application, you'll open in the VS Code. You'll not able to see this node underscore modules. So you have to go to the root of the project. Root of the project in the sense, currently I'm in the root. You can see D drive and I'm in the root React 5 PM. You can do this from the here as well. If I want to go and do this, so if you have to just click on this three dot and terminal and then new terminal. And then over here, by default, it will be opening the PowerShell. So either you can go and you can select this from the drop down command prompt, or you can write over here CMD. So this is the command which will go and it will change this PowerShell. So you can see prefix with PS. So that is your PowerShell. So now I want to go and change into the command prompt. So now you can see the PS has been removed and now it has been changed to the command prompt, and now you can see over here it is the CMD. Now you have to come to the root of the project and you have to type the command npm I, or you can type install. So what this command will do, it will go to the package.json, and in the package.json we have the dependencies over here, and we have the libraries name and the word. So we have created this locally over here. So we have less number of dependencies, but in the real time we have the lot of dependencies will be there. So once you go and press this npm I is the shorthand and the install is the full hand. Press enter, it will go to the package.json, and all the libraries which are present inside this, it will go and it will install with the versioning. And once this installation is done, automatically you will see in your project folder structure, node underscore modules will be get added. You don't have to go and add it separately. Automatically it will be get added once the installation of packages will be done. Because without this, you will be not able to run your project. Now we have to go and have to run the project. So to run the project, we have the command of npm start. And what this will do, it will go and it will open in the default browser of your system. So in my system, it is Edge. And if you see, we got some text messages like something is already running on 304. Would you like to run the application on different port? Why this has been asked? Because already in one editor, I have opened the this React application and it is taking the already. Nowadays, if you see in one virtual machine, more than 2, 3 developers are working on it. And React has the 3000 default port. Angular has the default port of 4200. And once this is done, means someone has consumed that default port. And when you go and try to run your application, so this type of question it will go and it will ask every time. Whenever you will go and it will run. Till the first person will go and close the Visual Studio, means he is now not using the 3000 port. That time it will not go and ask. Otherwise, it will every time whenever you go and run the npm start, it will go and it will ask over here. So let me go and select the yes. And now you can see it has created the port, and that is 3001. So it will be get created by the internal. We don't have to go and give any of the port name, but the default port of React is 3000. Now you will go and you'll see this default UI. Always there is a default UI, and from where you are getting this UI? So you are getting this UI. You have to just go and expand the SRC, and you have to go and you have to do the app.js, and whatever you are able to see inside this div, that is getting rendered on the browser. Now let me go and remove this. And one benefit is that whatever the changes you are doing, and once you go and save, automatically it will be get updated on the browser. Now you can see we have deleted the UI. So now on the web browser, we don't have anything. Now let me go and write something over here. So suppose over here I'm writing H2 and then React training. Okay. And suppose 5:30. Save this. And once this is saved, now you can see I am able to update the things. I am not refreshing the page. In some scenarios, like 1 or 2% scenarios will be there when it has not updated. So you can go and you can refresh the browser, or you can go and you can stop the application running, and you can again write the npm start. Now, how you can go and you can run the, you can stop the application. So you can see on the this terminal, after this webpack compiled with one warning, we don't have the root of the project. So when you are not able to see the root of the project, that means your application is live and it is running. When you go and press Control plus C, so now it will go and it will ask terminate the bad job, and it will go and write yes. And now you can see we came to the root of the project. And now if I go and refresh this, I will not able to see this over here because I have stopped the application. Now you can see we are getting this because we have stopped the application. So whatever the React have the UI, it will be not get reflected on the browser. Now once again, if I go and start, and to start the application, we have the npm start. And now it is running, and you can see on the browser. And now I have closed that VS Code. So now you can see it is taking the your 3000 code over here. So this was the initial setups you can go and you can do, and you can create the React application and open in the Visual Studio Code, and you can go and you can run and do some editing, and you can go and you can see the changes on the our UI. Okay. And in React, everything we are creating one component, and everything like UI or your business logic, everything we are writing in the same component. Like in Angular, we have a separate files. For HTML content creation, we have a .html page. So whenever you go and create any component in Angular, so 4 files will be get created. But when you go and create React, so only one file will be get created. And inside that only you have to go and you have to write your JavaScript code as well, and also your all the HTML code as well. So we'll go and we'll see one by one and how we can go and we can create the command, I mean the component, and how we can go and we can do the rendering. And also we'll go and we'll see the flow of the this default structure. Some of the files will go and we'll discuss how we can go and we can use this. And one thing I want to make it clear, like whenever you are going to run the React, so React itself is a library. So we are going to learn the React concept. But if you have the React give us the flexibility that you can go and you can use the other library as well to achieve the things. So like if I have to go and work on the forms, so I can go and I can use the Formic library. So I will go and I will give you the initial setups and the some overview. But if you want to go and have the deep knowledge, so you have to go and you have to learn this Formic library by yourself. Same way, if I have to go and learn the routing. Routing means when you go and click on home, so home component will be get loaded. When you go and click on about us, so about component will be get loaded. So all that we can go and you can learn with the React router. So with the help of this library, you can go and you can learn. So they, in this way, there are the other libraries also we have. You can go and you can use the material UI as well. To create your UI, we can go and you can use the material UI as well over here. But I'm going to teach you with the simple Bootstrap. Bootstrap also has the predefined classes. Once you learn the how we can go and you can use the predefined classes so as one library, so easily you can go and you can learn the all the predefined like we have the AG grid, we have the prime ng, we have the symmetric UI. So all that you can go and you can learn once you have the master in one of the library. Okay. So I will share
Oh,
this recording with you. Just do this in environment setups. And if you get the time, just go through some of the articles about how we can or learn like components in React. So when I will go and start tomorrow about the components in React, so before you have some knowledge and when I will go and teach you, then you will be able to understand it more clearly about the components. Okay. So till now, do you have
okay.
any doubt?
No, no, I'm clear. I'm clear on
Okay.
this thing.
Okay, so I will share this recording with you. Just do the setups, and tomorrow we are going to learn about the components in React.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Sure.
okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. See you tomorrow.